Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio is Joe Glorioso. He's a Motorcycle Safety Coalition champion for the Florida Department of Transportation, District 1 out of Bartow. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, you know, near and dear to my heart, we're going to talk motorcycles, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. Third Monday in June is Ride Your Motorcycle to Work Day, you know, and I try and do that at least once, twice a week.
Yes.
But talk a little bit about how that got started.
You know what? I tried to look that up, and it just became a national thing, and I don't really know.
Yeah.
I know when the second year I heard about it, and I was like, oh, wow, I ride my bike anyway, so I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like you, and we'll talk about a few things,
Yep.
but if everything goes right, I'm riding that morning.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people, a statistic is probably out there that I could not find, that says probably the percentage raises up during that day because it's like, hey, I'm going to ride my bike.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to make aware that maybe that morning is going to be like a bike week. There's going to be a lot more bikes out there, right?
Exactly.
So motorists, beware,
Yeah.
you know.
It's the 31st year of it.
Yeah.
And talk about the importance. Not, you know, you may see one bike on your way to work, but, you know, on that day, we're trying to do something here, create awareness. Talk about that and that awareness that we're trying to make folks see.
Yes. You know, I always let people know that when you ride a bike, you're riding invisible. So, and I say that because most people don't see us. That's why the old saying goes, look twice.
Yeah.
And so if we get out there more and more, and we are, you know, like we said in our last segment, there's over 600,000 just here in the state of Florida. So this is a great place to ride. The weather is mostly great to ride. So people come down, and maybe they don't see motorcycles in their home state just in the summertime. So here, it's almost all the time. So, you know, as people start noticing bikes and being aware of bikes, the more we can ride, the more we can get out there, the more of these events. The governor just passed, you know, May is Motorcycle Safety Month, so, you know, that's a big thing. We have a lot of things going on there. So we're trying, and our, you know, I got to honestly say, Florida is backing us up on this. It's a great thing.
Talk about the importance of dress. Dress for that ride. Don't dress for the ride. Dress for the slide.
Yes. Well, my saying is, and that's a good one, right? But my saying is, dress for the ride, not the occasion.
Yeah.
So if you're going to work, okay, and maybe you're that guy that has to wear a suit that day, and you want to ride your bike, especially if it's that national ride your bike to work, try to plan ahead. Put your suit already there. You know, as we did statistics, leather's the best. I mean, you slide, leather isn't going to tear apart. Denim's going to tear apart. They make a lot of Kevlar. That stands up pretty good, but not as leather. They are all seen leather. So, you know, wear your boots, wear your eye protection. And if you're one of them people that don't wear a helmet, let's face it, how many times do you just ride in a vehicle on the way to work and somebody's putting on their makeup, or somebody's texting, or somebody's talking on the phone, maybe to their children, you know? So all this stuff comes in intuition, and you don't have that helmet on. So I would say, you know, a little ounce of prevention is pretty good.
I want to talk about every day is Christmas when you get to ride your bike, but you know what? The night before, there's a lot of prep that goes into it. Talk about that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's Christmas Eve.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, you know, you got to think about, okay, let's say it's football season, okay? What are you doing on Sunday, okay? You might be watching football with your friends and maybe a little participation in drinking or whatever. You might be staying up late because that last game of Sunday is keeping you up normally longer. And so this is what you got to prepare for is if you wake up that morning and you feel a little sluggish or you don't feel like you got your game on, hey, take the cage that day, or I'm sorry, take your vehicle that day.
The cage that day.
Yeah.
Motorcycle jargon.
Yeah. I'm sorry. But, you know, that's what you want to look for. Maybe you're not feeling well that day. You know, just you're not feeling well. And I do that a lot. My wife says, since I reached a certain age, and we talked about this before, we're just seasoned bikers, and so we're a little older. So before I used to ride my bike, that's all I had.
Yeah.
Brian, when I was 19 years old to 21, I only had a vehicle until I crashed it. I only had a motorcycle, and it was a Sportster, 74 Sportster. So it wasn't a very pleasant ride to work every day.
A little bit stiff.
Yeah. So the more you ride, and that's the only thing you depend on, it could get a little iffy. So that morning, do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, okay? Because you have loved ones, they depend on you. So if you're not feeling well, jump in that car, that truck, get yourself to work a little bit safer.
I want you to talk a little bit about the importance of weather. Every night I'm looking before, these are the chances when it's going to rain. And on longer trips, I'm running my navigation, so I'll go navigation out of the bike and I'll go weather out of the phone, so talk about the importance of being weather alert.
Yes. What I always do is I Google. Everybody Googles the weather, I think, now, or ask Electra or whoever. And so I do that. But the main thing is I open that garage door. And I'm one of them motorcyclists / bikers that if I see blue anywhere in that sky, I'm rolling out. But let's face it, we're here in Florida.
Yeah.
We got hurricane season. So you have to be up on your game for that weather. So check the weather. Make sure it's going to be okay, because although we have newer motorcycles with ABS brakes that are better in a slide and better in water conditions, and the tires are much better than before, we still have oil on the roads.
Yep.
We still have the water condition. We still have the heat before it hits. So, and then, if you ever got caught in a hailstorm, you would be really up on your game when it comes to weather. So it's happened to me in Dakotas. Just check it out. You want to make sure.
Talk about inspecting the gear before you head out.
Absolutely. Turn your lights on. If you're inside a garage or backed up towards a house or something, hit them brake lights. Make sure all your lights, because like I said before, we're invisible. So we got to make sure all of our stuff is working on our bike, and our lights, our tail lights, our turn signals, make sure that all that's done. Also, you're riding your bike, and I'm sure a lot of people ride their bike more here in Florida than anywhere else. But make sure that if you had a little quirkiness over the weekend and you're not feeling real good about it, check it out first. Like you and I were talking, Brian, you had a situation with your bike.
Yep.
So you're not going to pull that bike out. Even if you did make it home that day, you pull your bike out and say, okay, I got home.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
I'll ride it to work. You want to make sure that your bike's functional. Check that air tire pressure, because here in Florida, your air tire pressure just goes crazy. If it sits more than a week, I guarantee you lost a few pounds. Air pressure is very important.
Well, Joe, I want to thank you for coming in. Looking forward to the third Monday in June. Ride your motorcycle to work. I hope to see you out there, brother.
You will. Thank you, sir.
Ride to Work Day is a global event which promotes the benefits of motorcycling and is held on the third Monday of June every year. Now, it's a chance to bring some fun into your daily commute and reclaim the workday while sharing your passion for riding. For one day, we ride together and draw attention to rider safety while making sure our bikes are ready for the summer riding season. Now, this event is held nationally in an effort to create awareness of dangers involved in riding a motorcycle to others. Make sure you join us for Ride Your Bike to Work. It's the third Monday in June, and we'll see you on the road.